What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the second episode of my unnamed Western theme park build playthrough, whatever. So I finally came up with a name. If anyone was interested, I think it has 15 views, so hopefully 15 people were interested. I put a post on r/RCT, just asking people if they had any good idea for names. And the number one response with the most upvotes was Westworld. So I was like, you know what? I'm not mad at it. Westworld it is. Cool. I actually have never seen that show, but I've heard it's very good. I don't have HBO, so I can't watch it. But it's going to be called Westworld because F it, why not? It was the best one that was... there were some good name suggestions from the lovely users of r/RCT, but I figured since it had the most upvotes, I figured that would be the most fair. So last episode, all I did was just build the entrance, build a bunch of Main Street buildings, and I decided it's not really going to be a Main Street, it turns out. I had a kind of different plan as I was making this video. The next thing I did was, this is a train station that I'm building right here. As that seems probably pretty clear at this point. But I wanted to just kind of build a very detailed looking train station, and I think it turned out alright. The one thing I had trouble with was building the platform of the train station to make it look like the guests are walking on the platform. I couldn't actually get that to work because the platform was going to be one unit higher than the station, so it was kind of I kind of had to just sort of wing it a little bit, but I still think it looks pretty good. I basically just had a walkway going down beneath the platform, and I think that while it doesn't look perfect, I think it looks still pretty good. And it looks like a train station would. And yeah, so most of this episode was just building this train station. All I really did other than that was kind of do some terraforming in the middle of the park. I wasn't really sure what to do with that portion, but I knew one thing I did want to do was, since I'm gonna have a train running through the park, I definitely wanted to build a bridge across the water, because that's something that seems hella Western. So that's what I did. I started to build the bridge, but I just wanted to I didn't want this episode to be too long, so I started on the bridge, didn't get a chance to finish it. Next episode I'll go ahead and finish the bridge, and then hopefully build the first ride. I've noticed I definitely have not done... I'm going to be 3 episodes deep, and I have not built a single ride yet, which is kind of the opposite of the way that the last park build went. I built a lot of rides and kind of scenery second. This one seems to be... I'm getting real detailed on the scenery, so I don't know if that's necessarily a bad thing. And oh my god, this was the worst thing in the world. Is when you're trying to build and it starts raining. Especially, I'm building brown on brown tiles, and when it starts raining, you can't see anything. And as soon as I would start building something that's hard to see, it would start raining. And then I'd fast forward to get it to stop, and then as soon as I fast forward to get it to, as soon as it stops, it starts raining again, and it drove me insane. But that was the biggest hurdle I had. But I have to compliment the makers of Open RCT that this build, compared to the one that I had before, which was probably like 12 versions earlier, but that they really made a lot of huge improvements. I really am not experiencing any of the same issues that I was experiencing with the last version of it. Especially with the custom scenery and kind of doing some of the cheats that I was doing previously that were kind of messing up the, that were kind of causing my game to crash. I have not experienced any of that since I updated my game. So the last thing I did here was I tried to do some terraforming, trying to make it look like a gorge with a river at the bottom. So that's something I am trying to work on, is maybe spend a little bit more time with the terraforming and trees and bushes and trying to make everything look a little bit more natural. I think I did a decent job of that in my last park, but I didn't really go as far into it as I would like. So this episode I'm going to do a lot of that. I'll be doing a lot of the terraforming, a lot of the painting the pieces, and trying to make big, huge cliffs and mesas. And there's probably going to be a section of this park that'll be a red rock canyon. So that's going to be a big undertaking, I think. Hopefully it'll be, you know. And I don't know what the deal was. I've done this in the past using the mushroom to kind of look like a rock, but it didn't really work that well. But I was able to throw in some Egyptian pieces, stone pieces, and rotate them around. And that's a fun little trick I learned from the Discord for Dirklink server. I think that's a really good tip. Is if you want to make like realistic looking rocks, is there's an Egyptian statue piece that is in the base game that looks pretty good. But you know, I think that ended up looking all right. And then I started here on the bridge. I didn't end up getting to finish. It's not as ornate as I would like for it to be. I'm probably gonna have to scrap this and kind of try again. Because yeah, it just wasn't long enough for me. I just wish it was a bit bigger and more ornate. But I mean, that's pretty much it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe if you're interested in seeing more. And otherwise, that's gonna be it for me. Thank you guys very much.